Motivation is so hard, isn't it? It's so difficult to motivate yourself on a daily basis. The amazing thing is that today there are so many ways in which you can motivate yourself. You seek videos, you read books, there are TED Talks, you name it, they are there. But still, the fact of the matter is, motivation is very tough for us. And we are going to find out why. Finally, at the end of the day, we want to achieve our dreams. We want to reach our potential. We want to perform to our best so that we'll be happy, we'll be satisfied. And to do that, we have to change our mindset in some way. Because we do have a certain mindset, a default mindset that we have, right? And this default mindset, some of it which is good, which is helping you, but some of it which is troubling you, which is limiting your potential. And we want to help you get those strategies by which you will have a peak performance mindset to help you achieve those dreams, whatever you want. And to help you achieve those dreams, to go through that journey in the right way, what is required? Motivation is required, because the journey is always going to be tough. The journey is going to be hard. There are going to be challenges that are going to come your way. And therefore, the spine of this journey that's going to hold you through all these challenges is going to be motivation, isn't it? You want to be motivated to push through doing all the things that you want to do on a daily basis. But ask yourself this question. Is it difficult? Yes, it's difficult. Now, let's define motivation first. Very simply, okay? What is motivation? Motivation is nothing but your ability to push yourself, right? Do you agree? Your ability to push yourself. If you are able to push yourself every day through whatever is coming your way, you are going to go towards your goals that you want to set. Now, I always feel that there are two kinds of people in this world, and I have seen that across this journey over the last 20 years. There are two kinds of people. The first kind of people are those who find it very difficult to motivate themselves. Very difficult to motivate themselves. They try their best. One day suddenly everything is fine. They get inspired by something and they really do well. They feel happy about it. But after 3-4 days, again they go back to their default mental state. Again they find themselves. And again after a few days of frustration, what happens? Again one day they become good. So here is where inconsistency comes in. And because of this inconsistency, what is happening? They are always able to prevent themselves from pushing, and it becomes a continuous cycle. So this is one kind of person. And I think so this is a majority of people who actually are always therefore seeking videos of motivation so that they'll feel inspired, and then they will want to take that action, or then they will make that effort. They hear a talk, or they hear their own coach or teacher telling them something, they say, okay, I have to do it, right? And there is one group of people like this. The second group of people are those who are able to push themselves. Now this kind of group is also a big group, because there are so many people like you probably who are really making that effort, who are really consistently putting in the hours, who have got the right intent to go about doing things. But what happens? Beyond a certain limit, these kind of people who are pushing themselves hard, afterwards find themselves getting frustrated if they do not get the right results. And when they don't get the right results, they making that effort, and this leads to something which I call as burnout. Because the effort, the motivation is so high, because of which you're putting so much of effort, that you lose sight of the fact that you also need to recover properly, you also need to relax properly, and this leads to burnout, while this leads to stress. And burnout and stress is a continuous combination irrespective of these two people. But there is something even more fascinating over here. You know what happens? Why does this happen? The inability to push yourself many times is because when you push yourself but without intent, right? Without clarity of why you are doing what you are doing, this will lead to stress. Think about it. Let us say you are a student and you have to study mathematics, but you don't like it. There is no intent, but you need to still do it. What will happen? You are going to be stressed. Of course you are going to be stressed about it. Or a person who is going to work and that person is doing the work, but the person is not enjoying the work. No intent. Of course it's going to lead to stress. And then those people who are with intent, but the intent is so strong that this intent also leads to stress. And what's important is to know how to manage this, isn't it? If you know how to manage this and have the right ability, optimum ability to motivate yourself every day, then only will you be happy in this journey and ready to face the challenges. So let's look at this in a better way. And therefore, what we need to understand is, for you to motivate yourself the right way every day, there is a triangle that I have discovered through years and years of working with thousands of athletes. There are just three things actually that you need to always keep mind of if you want to motivate yourself. You don't have to look at books, you don't have to look at videos. These three things will help you immediately get the motivation you require. The first is having the right purpose. The right purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is this long-term vision. You knowing why you are doing what you are doing, because there is a great vision that you have set for yourself, a big dream that you want. And many of us have this purpose, right? There is no doubt about it. But still, first is having the right purpose. Why right? Why didn't I just say purpose? There is an important reason. Because sometimes we might have a purpose which at this moment of time is so impossible that can also lead to demotivation, isn't it? You might have realized that there's so many players who say that, you know what, I want to play for India. I want to play, but they have not even reached the district level or even the state level. What do you think is going to happen to them? Every failure seems like they are going away from that big purpose. So the right purpose is very important. If you don't have that right purpose, then you are always going to get out, because you're going to get stressed if you're not reaching or going towards that vision. The second is the right goals. And I know you know that you have to make goals, but ask yourself, do you make those goals? Actually make them, or do you just know it? And how are those goals? What are your goals? If I ask you, what do you want to achieve over the next 6 months? Can you quickly give an answer? Will that answer be specific? Will it be very clear to you? You will realize probably difficult. And then if I ask you, okay, what do you want to achieve in the next 3 months? Again, even more difficult. Because there are so many challenges probably that are coming in your way, in your work, whatever you're doing, that you will be stuck at realizing what those goals are. And when you don't know what you need to achieve in the short term, then you are always going to make that effort, but not with the right direction. Goals give you direction, but goals have to be very, very specific in nature. There are different types of goals. There are process goals, there are performance goals, there are result goals, and each of these things have to be nicely encompassed into a very simple document that you are clear what your direction is, right? So having the right goals is going to also help you in another way. It is going to keep you away from this big dream that you always keep thinking of. So you are going to prevent yourself from thinking about that purpose and focus only on the goals. But then the third thing beyond this is the right success. The fact of the matter is, we want success, right? Who doesn't want success? We all want to win. We all want to succeed. But what does success mean is very, very important. Is success means for a cricketer scoring 100 all the time? For a football player means scoring all the goals in a match? For a student to always score more than 90 and 95%? So what is success? And therefore defining your success is very, very important. Today, we are in that world of manifestation. Today everybody, all these students and athletes who come to me, they say, sir, we are manifesting so much, we are manifesting this, we are manifesting that. And you know what? Yes, manifesting is good, but sometimes manifesting can be troublesome. So you need to be smart about how you are doing this. Okay? You also need to know what you are manifesting. And the second, I think so, reason why success is not so easy is that today we are in the age of instant gratification. You want things immediately. You're not ready to wait. You're not ready to develop that patience. And if you don't have that patience of getting that success, then it's going to be difficult. Especially for those who are in a business, especially for those who are an athlete. Yes, you want to be successful, you want to go to the next level, but to go to the next level, you will need to create small successes in between so that you will get the big success at the end of the day. But if you're only thinking about that big success 6 months down the line, then what's going to happen? Yes, you're going to get demotivated. You're going to go down, you're going to say, what's the point? Why am I doing this? What's going to happen? And all of these thoughts and emotions are going to take your motivation down. And if you realize, therefore, that each of these three things are so critical for you to be motivated every day. Remember, if you take even one of these out of the equation, it's going to give you trouble. You're going to find it hard to focus. You're going to find it hard to push yourself with that intent, with the right way of doing it, right? You might do in the works, you might make that effort in terms of the time, but you will not make the effort in terms of the quality, right? Remember, what do we want? We want quality of effort plus quantity of effort. Okay? Sometimes this quantity can go down. You might sometimes want to make that effort less. Instead of practicing for 2 hours, you might practice for 1.5 hours. But quality should always be on the highest level each and every time. And this quality will only come with the right motivation. And therefore, I feel that you need to have a way in which you can always have a document or a manner in which you can get these three things together. And when you get these three things together, you are really with the right intent, right quality, practicing and working hard with that wonderful understanding that yes, you are going in the right direction. Yes, you are going to reach that success in that period of time. And till then, I have to focus on these small goals, and that whole thing together is going to help you give that sense of confidence. The beautiful part about motivation is this: when you are motivated, it gets your self-belief and confidence to a very different level. And when your self-belief and confidence is at a very different level, you will be able to fight all the challenges, all the pressures that you're facing in a much more better way. And therefore, confidence, motivation and handling pressure becomes these three next important triangle that is going to help you then take you towards that peak performance mindset. So I hope you understood how to look at motivation and understood why motivation is so difficult and what you can do about it. If you are interested, in the comment below you will see that there is a free ebook. I've also got a blog which details out all this, about all these things, where there are specific strategies on each of these things, and I'll be more than happy for you to look at it. Just download it, it's completely free on our website. So I hope you do that, and I'll see you soon. Wish you all the best. I hope you enjoyed the video. Dr. Swaroop signing off.